Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Melida Barrow. How are you today? I am telling you, it's been a rough day, but nothing can get my spirit down because that's what it's about. When you have control over your mind, you have control over everything. Trust me, you are going to be good. This is Living Your Best Life Now. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know how many shows I've done, but I know I've done quite a few. And I just want to thank all of you for following this show, for tuning in every Thursday from 8 to 8:30. Sometimes I go over a little bit more, but what can you do? When the topic is important, hey, you got to keep talking. And thank you all for tuning in because we have a lot to talk about tonight. Quite a few things that's going to help you because it helped me. That's why I want to talk about my testimony tonight. I have so many testimonies, but I'm going to tell you something. These testimonies that I have, I know it's going to help many in the world because you all already called me, emailed me, inboxed me. I mean, everything that you could have done to say thank you. And I am so appreciative of all of you for writing me, for purchasing my book. And I'm coming out with another book, most likely for next year. I want to also let you know I have a bit of good news for you. And I'm going to start actually a new show. It's going to be Dr. Barrow's show, much professional. It's not going to be on Facebook. I am going to have it also on YouTube, but it's going to be professionally done. And I started this show, as many of you know, because I just had to release so many things. Not only it's helping you, but guess what? It's helping me. It's my story. Every show that you've watched, I've experienced. Every show that you have watched, it's my story. And I am about to tell you my story again today because I believe it's going to help someone, even if it's one person out there that is going to help. I pray to God that you are able to transform your lives and do the great things that God wants you to do. I know some of you have called me and said, why have I mentioned God so much? Well, I have to say that that's who created me. And the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding that I do have, I owe it. I owe it to God. And I want to thank my family, my friends, and everyone. I want to give a shout out to mi gente en Buenaventura, Cali. I want to say hello to mi gente en Colón, en Panama. I love you guys in Bocas del Toro. Hello, everyone. And I'm saying this is specific because I'm going to talk about certain things in the show. Rio Abajo, where I'm from, Panama. Those of you that don't know, I am from Central America, Panama. Yes. So let's get started with the show. This morning I was thinking about what I should name this show. Normally I have something done by Sunday, but oftentimes when I get on this show, I notice that I switch sometimes my topic. So I'm leaving things open because I'm going to speak from my heart. I always speak from my heart, but tonight and every night I've spoken from my heart, but I mean every Thursday. But some reason there are things that I want to talk about because I think we have a lot of things twisted. And what I want to talk about tonight is unveiling many of the illusions that we are going through in our lives. And that's why we are going through what we are going through. And I do not believe in many things that I was doing was hurting me. And I've changed my life. I've changed my mindset. And I am doing just fine right now. I can say that I am now helping the world. Many times I say that's what I want to do. And guess what? I'm doing it now. You know why I'm doing it now? Because no one can stop me. No one has put the door in front of me and tell me don't open it. Many have said to me all the things that I'm doing now that I couldn't do it. But let me tell you something, I'm doing it. So all of you that told me what I couldn't do, this is what I want you to do. Listen, 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 listen. All of you that told me all what I couldn't do, those of you that told me that I'm nothing and never going to be anything, let me just say this to you. Are you listening? I love you. I love you because you gave me the strength to do all the things that you say I couldn't do. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Let's get ready to talk about living your best life now, because that's what it's about. I thank all of you that think that I hate you and I dislike you for the things, the negative things that you said about me. Guess what? I love you because you're not going to put me in the place where you're at. So let's get started with our show. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Let me say, Sally, I love you, Mommy. Enitza, baby, I love you. I love the things that you're doing, inspiring the world out there. Keep doing it. Let's get started with our show. The first thing I want to say to you is that, do you feel burned out? Do you feel jaded? Like nothing matters anymore? Well, let's change that because your life matters. I want to touch bases. I've been talking to a lot of women for the last 3 weeks. Women that have been abused sexually, mentally, physically, so many things that have happened to them. I've been talking to them lately. And I'm going to tell you something. This is something that I've gotten from all the messages that they have given me. Oftentimes, and I did this myself, oftentimes we tell ourselves, what happened to us in the past was supposed to happen in order for us to be who we are today. I don't buy that. I am so sorry. I don't buy that. Those of you that was raped at 9 years old, 5 years old, 12 years old, no, you don't deserve that in order to be who you are today. Those of you like myself that have been mentally abused and now I'm doing what I'm doing, I didn't deserve that. I'm so sorry to disappoint a lot of you out there that you felt like you had to go through that in order to be who you are today. Wrong. Because when you were a child, you didn't have a choice. So you didn't deserve to go through pain at that age. And me, as an adult, being married in a mental abusive relationship, the reason that I went through that is because I've allowed it due to lack of knowledge. But it had nothing to do that I had to go through that to be the woman that I am today. The reason I am who I am today is because I have the knowledge, I have the understanding, and now I have the wisdom. Why? I search for truth. So those of you that are going through pain, that are going through all these abusive actions that's happening in your life, you don't deserve what you are going through now. So I don't want you to believe that the woman or the man that you are today is based on all these pains. Those were your experience, not experiences, but those are things that happen in your life. But don't say it is because of that is who you are today. The reason who you are today is by the grace of God. Let me tell you something. It's by the grace of God, because oftentimes the things that we went through, some of you cannot come out of it as yet. You know why? Because you need to search for the truth. You need to unveil that illusion that you're going through. You need to ask God to give you the strength and the power and to unleash the power that's within you in order to be the man and women that God created you to be. But don't do that anymore, because you are better than who everybody's saying that you are. You just need to find the truth. Am I right, Yida? Am I right, Beverly? Am I right, Yvette? Am I right, Thomasina? Yes, we have to find ourselves. Those of us that are going through pain, you can come out of it. You'll have the choice to do so. The thing is that you think that you don't have the choice. You see, so like the problems of the world are so endemic, right, and entrenched that you cannot even make a small dent in them. Everything is just chaotic, and you are part of that chaos. Trust me, you are part of that chaos. And we have to find ourselves. There's one key to making your actions matter today, and that is faith, but not without action. You have to have the action. You have to know who you are, where you're going, what is your gift, what is your purpose, what is your mission. Those are the things that we have to talk about tonight, because what's happening is that all the things that you have been through in your past, you're bringing it into your present, and you're still carrying it with you as a baggage. We have to change those things. If we don't change those things, we're not going to make it. How many times have you said to yourself as couples, guess what? We're going to move here. We're going to do this. We're going to buy a house. We're going to do all these things, but never get it done. Why? We're not organized. We have to get the knowledge. We have to get the wisdom and the understanding to do these things. You can't just talk about it. You have to go into action. Many of you say, I have faith. But guess what? If it's a buffet is in front of you to eat all this food and you don't walk over to eat it, then you're not in action. But if you want to eat, you have to be in action. You got to get up. You have to walk over there and you have to eat. And we are in a situation with our lives today. Every year we say we're going to move here. We're going to do this. We're going to do this for the children. We're going to do this for ourselves. And then we're stuck. Why are you stuck? Why are you blaming the world because you are stuck? You are stuck because you're not seeking for the truth. You're not seeking for the knowledge. So guess what? You stay right there with no action. You see? But you have to have the courage. This is where the courage comes through now. You have to have the courage. If you can expand your world to include what you cannot explain or understand, you're on the way to making your actions matter. Trust me. We need to create a platform for a life of meaning and purpose. Use your gifts. How many of you don't have gifts? All of you have gifts that's watching this show tonight. Every single one of you are watching this show tonight have gifts. You have a gift, you have a purpose, and guess what? You have a mission. But people keep telling you it's not going to work. It's not going to, you won't be able to do this and you won't be able to do that. Please do me a favor. I've been through that. I cannot be with people that constantly telling me what I cannot do. Create a life. Listen to me, people. Create a life in which your actions matter. Use your experiences and create an opportunity for yourself and others. That's what I'm doing right now. All the experiences that I've had. Right now, I am traveling the world and I am teaching people, nations, how to use their gifts, how to use their talents to start their businesses, to do great things, no matter how small it is. It's important for you to do something. God didn't create you just to sit and do nothing in this world. He created you to do something. While a life of no belief may feel all right, let me tell you something. It renders life as a random set of circumstances with survival of the fetus. You know about that, right? We got to survive. We have to get out there. We have to do the things that you have. Let me tell you something. We talk about third world countries all the time, especially the United States and the people here. You talk about third world country, but let me tell you something. In the third world countries, guess where you getting your food, your clothes, everything, but yet you say your country is great. How are you getting the things that you have? You see, many of you in your third world country, the Caribbean, Latin America, Africa, in many places, you are rich, but you don't know you are. You know why? Lack of knowledge. There's so many things I've been researching for the last months, from last year, and countries that have some abundant of things, and it's being taken by those that is empowering them. Not in colonializing them, taking all the resources and then call themselves rich and empowered. And those of you that's allowing it, then you have no clue who you are. It is time now for us to really understand this world. I'm beginning now to understand many things, that we have the power to be, and we're not. We're not using the resources of our land. We're allowing others to take from us. We're not using our minds. We're destroying our minds. We're not teaching our children who they are. We're just watching them being destroyed. What is wrong with us? We're giving our children so much to the point they don't even know who they are. You see, I know you love your children, but when you're giving, you also need to teach them who they are. You see, we live in a world in which we are being taught that people are essentially selfish creatures, driven by self-interest. Our psyches are being continuously inundated with how significant our life truly are. Let's speak real talk. Let's speak real talk. When I look at Jamaica these days and I see all the killings, when I look at Chicago, I see all the killings. When I look at the world, I'm seeing all these killings. What's going on? And I spoke about this before. Look at what's happening in the politics in the United States. In politics in the United States is a disaster. But yet we want these people to protect us. We want these people, the educational system, to teach us. We have somebody in office right now that don't even know the left to the right. And we are depending on these people to do what? To take care of a nation, to protect a nation, to serve us. We're voting for people based on color. We're voting for people based on party. To hell with that. To hell with that. Yes, I said it. To hell with that. We have to put people in office that cares about people, not people because of the color of their skin, not people because of a party. You're gonna drown, you're gonna die. You talk about building a wall for who really? You tell me that the wall is for those coming in, but Russians don't come into this country, Polish don't come into this country, Europeans don't come to this country. Why are you choosing a race of people to protect this nation? I don't understand. I do understand what you're doing, but let me tell you all something. The wall that's being built or going to be built or might not be built, but the idea is this: the day is going to come when this country, you're going to want to run and run and run. And when you get to that wall, you won't be able to cross over. You see, what you sow is what you reap. You cannot build a nation based on killings, murder, You can't base on slavery. What's going to come of all the things that you have done, what your ancestors have done? You can't build a name. You can't say that you are great. How can you say that you are great when you have done all the wicked things that you could ever do? That is not of God. So when I hear you say that you want to build a wall, is it for really whom? Is it to control the people here? There are people that have not gotten paid. What is happening to us? Are we back to slavery where they're putting you and testing you to work and not get paid and you accept it? I need you to start believing in yourself and stop believing in the politics of this world. Believe in God, believe in right. When I mention the word God, this is what I'm saying: truth, righteousness, kindness, goodness. Those are the people that we need to be, that needs to be in office. Believe in yourself. Impossible. People say what you can do is impossible. Those of you that know that you can change this world, do it. Stop listening to everybody telling you that it's impossible, that absolutely impossible. You can't do that. How often do we hear these discouraging words, pouring cold water on our freshly hatched ideas? How many of you? Let me tell you something. I am going out to nations right now, going to Colombia, to Buenaventura, to teach the people. You are rich, you have the resources. All we have to do is to work together. Those of you that want to listen, I will teach. Don't you think that the first inventors of the airplane or any other technology were told by their peers that their dreams were impossible? How many people told you what you want to do is impossible, and then you walk away and then you wait another year to come back again to resurface that idea up? Then somebody tell you again, and then you go back again into hiding. History witness to countless stories of humans achieving the impossible thing. I am one of them. I am one of them. Many times, so many people say, Mel, you can't do this. And I said, to hell with you. I am going to do it. You know why? Because I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my soul, in my mind, and I am going to do it. It is critical that we believe in ourselves to be able to achieve anything in this world, that we can touch the infinite and the eternal. But we must also know that our psyches are under constant assault of many forces, reminding us time and time again about our limitations, feeding our insecurities and fears. You have the power to be divine, and with ease. Once you know the truth, you only need to believe that it is possible. You need to have the courage. You need to have the information. You need to have the truth. And you need to allow God in order to function within you. You need to build a relationship. There's so many demonic forces now in the churches. And when I say in churches, I mean in the building, because the church is not the building, the church is you. So I can congregate, whether it's in my house, whether it's in the school, whether it's on vacation, as long as there's more than one, as long as there's more than two people congregate with each other, that's church. And church is all about speaking truth to mind, transform your mind, give you the things and the tools that an awakening, it needs to. Let me tell you something. The truth, what it does, it awakens you. And the people, the church that you call church today, they are afraid that you wake up, because they are stuck with you giving them that 10%. If you don't give him that 10% or give her that 10%, there is no building. So they have to convince you that you need to wait. You don't need to talk about this, or you don't need to do this yet. You're not ready yet. You're not going here yet. Let me tell you when you're ready. Since when man became God to tell me who I am and what I have. Those of you that believe in your pastors and bishops and priests, I don't have a problem with that as long as he's doing the right thing. How come that these churches are making millions of dollars and they still can't feed the poor? They can't build centers for the poor. What's going on in this world that you are allowing to happen? I'm going to speak the truth. If you're afraid to speak it and you want them to hear what I'm saying, forward this video to them if you are afraid to speak truth. Jesus wasn't afraid to speak to the Pharisees. He told them like it is. Why are you afraid to speak to those that are doing wrong to millions? For many of us, feeling stuck can be a very scary and self-critical place to be. Those of you that is in these buildings that they so-called preaching the truth and trying to keep you in bondage, as you always say, the devil is a liar. I am free from all these things. And I am going up the ladder. You know why? Because God is speaking through me and telling me, Mel, go throughout the world and speak the truth in righteousness. Let people know who I am. I am the truth. So why are you sitting there stuck? You're stuck because you want to be stuck. You're stuck because you don't have the knowledge. You're stuck because you're a procrastinator. You're stuck because you don't want to go anywhere. You want to continue to be the victim that you are. Well, I'm telling you today, get up. Get up. It is time to move. It is time to stop allowing that negative force to control this world. You have what it takes to get up. God didn't create you with nothing. He created you with everything. Why are you just sitting there dreaming? Let your dream be action. Bring it to the forefront. Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. We are being used. We became robots. We became robots. Yes, we did. We can only do the things now that we're doing that we've been taught. This is a problem. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you and will rescue you. And I'm going to tell you, that's what God says to me, declares the Lord. Then the Lord reached out and said to me, Mel, speak truth. Speak truth. It's natural to speak truth. Christians today, to do the same thing, speak truth. If you feel stuck in your church, how many people are leaving churches today? There's so many of you that's leaving churches today. And you're leaving because you're stuck. You feel stuck because you think that's where you need to be. God gave you a gift. And if you feel like going out in the world and teach the world what God gave you, do it. Don't feel guilty. You're going to see how you're going to grow. You're going to see how God is going to take you to another level and another level and another level, because that's what he's doing to me. You see, it's a mission that he gave you. Do it. Go on to the ends of the earth and spread the truth. We say to ourselves, and God, I don't know enough about the truth. What will they think of me? Speak it. I will be there with you. I'm going to be there with you. And guess what? It's happening. Fear is a great motivator. Fear is a great motivator and a greater inhibitor. God said, go out in the world and speak truth. The gospel is the truth. Overcome your fears and be obedient to God. He will not let you down. If you are obedient to his calling, he has your back, because he got my back. So many of you are powerless to accomplish the mission set before you that God gave you. God never calls us to do something for him and he doesn't empower us to do it if we are willing to do the work and time. Please take the time to get to know God in an intimate way. As not when you're sick, not when you're dying, not when you're hurting, not when your husband leaves you or your wife leaves you. As your relationship with him grows, you move up in rank and are assigned harder mission. When I say harder mission, greater mission. Your purpose, your gift on earth is to shine God's love to a lost, dying world. Your mission, if you should choose to accept it, it is waiting for you. Accept your gift. Accept your mission. Open your ears and your heart and the Lord and be excited about your new future serving, speaking truth. Let me tell you, I feel good. I feel good. I feel good because I'm feeling good. See, it's about the love. You see, when you have love in your heart, you can go any part in the world, anywhere in the world, and you will be loved. When you're complaining, saying they don't love me, this one don't love me, check yourself. It might be you. So what I'm saying to you today, love you first, then you can love others. When people start disliking you, jealous of you, and all this bunch of nonsense, love them anyway. Let me tell you something. Love them anyway. It's important. It's important. You see, as I look back on my life, I realized that every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, this is a quote from somebody, I don't remember, but I remember the quote, that you rejected from something good. I was actually, listen to this, I was actually being redirected to something great and better. Yes. Worry about loving yourself instead of loving the idea of other people loving you. That's where I had to come. I had to say, you know what? You don't love me. You don't love me. That's fine. Guess what? I love me. Stop being afraid of what could go wrong. You're too fearful. And start getting excited about what could go right. Don't react to toxic people. I don't react to them anymore. I used to spend too much time reacting to toxic people, not giving them a reaction when they desperately seek it is far more powerful. It's far more powerful. You see, there's a lot of things that you're doing in your life. That's why you can't get to your mission. You can't get to your gift. You can't get to your purpose. Honestly, I don't have time to hate people who hate me. You know why? Because I'm too busy loving people who love me. You got it? If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Yes. So what I'm saying to all of you is that it's time to step up. Get out of that dungeon that you're in. There is a magnet in your heart that will attract true friends. Yes. That magnet is unselfishness. Thinking of others first. When you learn to live for others, they will live for you. You have to even inspire yourself Motivate yourself. If you're sitting there thinking your boss is going to give you that promotion and you trying to beg and duck and no, create a position. Start your own business. Many of you know how. And if you don't know, seek information. Don't be lazy. Seek information. So my point tonight is you have to give, right? You have to give. You have the purpose. You have the mission, but you're not doing anything. This is what I want to say to you tonight. Do it. Get up now. Do it. Start tomorrow. But my philosophy is start now. When I finish this show and I click off, start making your notes. Sit with your husband and tell your husband, you know what? Dr. Melida said, you know, we've been planning to move here or doing this or doing that. Let's talk about it now. You see, your plan, you want to go to college, but you've been procrastinating. Get up, call the school, get it. You want to move to another country, but you've been procrastinating. Get up and start doing your research as to where you want to go. And if you know where you want to go already, hey, those of you foreigners that you say, I want to go back home. I hear that all the time. You know, I'm going to go back home. What are you doing to prepare to do that? I did it. And I prepared for 20 years to get back to Panama, and I did it. Because when you say you're going to do something, do it. If you're not going to do it, don't say it. You make yourself foolish. But if you say you're going to do it, find a friend that make you accountable for doing it. Surround yourself with positive people. That's what you need to do. This show tonight, I hope it helped you. I really hope that you are going to change that mindset through my book. Trust me, when you read those 100 pages, that book is going to change your mindset. You can get the book, you can inbox me, and we can mail the book to you right away. It's $15. Unveiling the Illusion, Know Who You Are. Because you got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, trust me, you don't know where you're going. That's why you're going around in circles. But with that book, when you read that book, trust me, and those of you that have read it, put a note on there and let them know what that book have done to you, what that book have done for you. Let them know, because this is what we are doing. We are speaking out, but we're speaking truth. And I'm going to continue to speak truth until God is ready for me. But I'm going to continue to travel the world. I am going to teach my children. I am going to teach the people, women, nations, government, but I'm going to keep doing what God sent me here to do. Guess what? I'm exhausting every gift that God gave me. My next one that I'm working on now is my show. My show is going to be Dr. Barrow's show. That was something that I've always wanted to do. Not that I'm not doing a show now, but wait till you see what's coming. And you know why? Because someone saw me doing an interview, a camera, his name is Earl, and he said, you know what, Dr. Barrow, you got what it takes. We just need to go to the next level. But guess what? God sent him. God sent my friends, my new friends, Veronica and Maxine. I thank you guys. You have inspired me. You have given me so much love, you know, and I am here to also give you back the love, because all I'm doing is surrounding myself with positive people, people that loves me. I can love them back freely, because I am tired of holding this love inside and can't share it. I couldn't share it before because the people that was around me was not sharing their love with me. So I had it just stuck right here. But guess what? I'm giving out love now, honey, and it feels good. That's what I want you guys to do. Stop being selfish. Stop holding on to all that. Just find people to love. If you don't know nobody to love, love me, because I'm going to love you back. I'm going to love you back. Well, I want to thank all of you for watching our show tonight. And once we put out the information, I want you to subscribe to YouTube. We're going to put the Dr. Barrow's show on YouTube also, but we are going to shop for this show. We're going to make it international. Those of you who are looking for sponsors for the show, actually on Sunday, I just want to say this, on Sunday, this coming Sunday, we're going to be doing the pilots for the show. And those of you that would like, some of you that would like to sponsor for that show, for those pilots, you are welcome to do so. All you have to do is inbox me, and we will discuss that. But we are also looking for sponsors and people. We're gonna be calling different people to be on our show. One of the great things about this show, we're gonna be interviewing people internationally, because I'm telling you, this is big. And I want you guys to give me all the support that you can, because I want the world to hear what we all have to talk about and to share information in order for you to live your best life now. Thank you for tuning in. This is Dr. Melida Harris-Barrow. I appreciate you, love you, and continue to do the great things that you are doing. This is living your best life now. Have a blessed night.